Hey everyone, today we're digging deep, and I mean literally deep, into the world of one of Australia's most fascinating creatures. Think of it as the ultimate underground engineer. But this animal is hiding a pretty bizarre secret. And that brings me to a little question for you.
Okay, get this. What animal uses its butt as a shield, a weapon, and a door? Seriously, a shield, a weapon, and a door. I'll give you a second. Got a guess? All right, let's find out if you're right.
If you guessed the wombat, you are absolutely right. You got it. And you know, this stout, furry little guy's most remarkable feature isn't its cute face. Nope. It's its incredibly powerful backside. And believe me, it is, without a doubt, its greatest secret weapon.
And what's so fascinating is just how crucial this feature is to the wombat's survival. I mean, when a predator, let's say a dingo, starts closing in, the wombat doesn't turn around to fight with teeth or claws. Nope. Instead, it turns tail and runs, leading with that secret weapon.
Yeah, this is no ordinary backside. We're talking about a rump that's basically a built-in shield. I mean, it's made of 4 fused plates, and it's surrounded by a thick layer of cartilage, fat, and fur. And the whole thing is covered in this incredibly tough skin. So what does that mean? It means it's almost impossible for predators to scratch or bite through. So, how does this all work in real life? Okay, picture this. A dingo is chasing a wombat. The wombat makes a mad dash for its burrow and dives straight in, head first. And then, it just plugs the entrance with its armored butt. Bam! It creates a rock-solid, impenetrable door. And hey, if that predator is brave enough to try and follow it in, the wombat can use that powerful rump to kick backwards or even crush the attacker against the roof of the burrow. How amazing is that?
But you know that burrow the wombat just escaped into? It isn't just a hiding place. It's another one of its superpowers. Because the wombat isn't just a defender, it's one of nature's ultimate bulldozers. Seriously, wombats are literally built to move Earth. They've got these stocky, powerful bodies, short little limbs, and these incredibly strong, almost spade-like claws. All of that comes together to make them some of the best burrowing herbivores on the entire planet.
And they don't just dig little holes either. Oh no. We are talking about massive, complex underground networks that are called warrens. Some of these tunnels can stretch for an incredible 30 meters. To put that in perspective, that's almost the length of a basketball court, all dug by one very determined little animal.
In fact, get this, their engineering projects are so massive that in some remote areas, the disturbed Earth around their warrens is distinct enough for scientists to actually spot it from space using satellites. I'm not kidding. These animals are literally changing the landscape.
Just take a look at this diagram. See? This isn't just some simple tunnel. You've got the entrance, you can see the mounds of dirt they've dug out, all the different tunnels, and even a special little bedding chamber for resting. It's a full-on underground home, expertly designed for safety and comfort.
Now, as you can imagine, all of that digging requires a ton of energy. And that brings us to another one of the wombat's secrets, its really unique approach to eating and digestion.
Okay, so most herbivores that spend all day chewing on tough, gritty plants, well, their teeth eventually wear down. It just makes sense. But not the wombat. It has these sharp, chisel-like front teeth that, and this is amazing, never stop growing, ever. That means they're always sharp, always ready to take on the toughest roots and grasses.
So what are they eating with those constantly sharp teeth? Well, a wombat's diet is mostly native grasses, sedges, and the really tough roots of shrubs and trees. It's not exactly a 5-star meal. It's very high in fiber and pretty low in nutrients.
So, the big question is, how do they survive on food like that? The answer is an incredibly slow metabolism. It can take a wombat up to 14 days, 2 whole weeks to digest just one meal. This super slow process allows its digestive system to squeeze out every single last drop of nutrition and moisture.
All right, so the wombat is a marsupial, which of course means it raises its young in a pouch. But for an animal that spends pretty much its entire life digging tunnels, well, that presents a pretty big problem. So let's see how the clever wombat solved it.
I mean, just think about it for a second. If you're constantly kicking up dirt while you're digging, a forward-facing pouch like a kangaroo has would just fill up with dirt, right? That would be an absolute disaster for the little baby Joey inside.
So the solution? It's pure genius. The wombat's pouch faces backward. That's right, it opens toward its rear, completely away from all the dirt it's kicking up.
This simple but totally brilliant design keeps the little Joey safe, sound, and perfectly clean while its mom is busy digging out their underground home. It's just a perfect example of an animal being perfectly suited to its lifestyle.
And that brings us to our final and maybe the most famous Wombat secret of all. Now, this one's a bit of a head-scratcher, and it involves a very, very mysterious form of communication.
You see, wombats are usually solitary creatures. They like to keep to themselves. So if you spend most of your time alone and underground, how in the world do you let other wombats know that you're around? Or, more importantly, that, hey, this is my turf?
Well, they leave messages. With their poop. Which just happens to be cube-shaped. Yeah, you heard me right. It's one of the great mysteries of the animal kingdom.
But believe it or not, there is a very practical reason for this super strange shape. The cube is actually formed in the final part of their digestive tract. And what they do is they place these little droppings on high-up places, like on top of rocks and logs, to mark their territory. And the advantage of a cube? Well, the flat sides mean their little messages don't roll away. It's basically their way of saying hello and this spot is taken to any other wombats passing by.
So there you have it, an armored butt, teeth that never stop growing, a backward-facing pouch, and cube-shaped poop. The wombat really is a true master of survival. And it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other incredible secrets are these amazing animals still hiding, deep down in those burrows?